My name is Joshua Scott. I'm 29 and I grew up in New Jersey. I went to college at Felician College and then completed my degree with a bachelor's in psychology. I started in camping in some capacity when I went to camp as a child up in the Poconos for a couple of summers, and then when I was 15 I got my first job actually at a senior citizens camp where I worked for 3 years as a lifeguard and as a swim instructor and eventually as an EMT. And then I went offshooted into children's camp and have worked at a variety of children's camps and quite a few well-known YMCA camps on the East Coast. I love the way Wawa is designed with cabin route and the parade fields. Everything's very close and has a great family feel of building community and building relationships, which is really what camp is about. If you take a deep thought, it's really about building relationships and really developing good, healthy relationships and really having having a chance to have a good role model. I got here in March. I started in late February from remote. I was up in Maine and started here in March. And it was cold. It was cold.
What was your first impression?
I saw this place about a week after we had one of the massive snowstorms, and it was like ice, like everywhere. And the first impression was, oh, we get to move Josh in the ice. So it was a little bit of a challenge that we got through, but you know, life brings you challenges. But after we got everything moved in, I was just like, my mouth just dropped open. I saw the waterfront, even though it was frozen, completely frozen at that time. I was like, wow, this is awesome. And there's so much potential that we have for camp. And with that waterfront, but also our property. In what we can do, not just on a summer camp basis, but on a basis for off-season programming and a basis on not just for children's summer camp, but programs that we can develop on the off-season family programs that connect the whole family to camp and keeping them connected. My favorite activity was anything to deal with the waterfront. So I am a waterfront real person. I was a waterfront director for about 8 summers, so the waterfront is really my passion, so to speak, and that's what connected me to Wawa, because of the great waterfront that we have and the great things that we have that we can provide on Harmon Pond. I grew up in the water, was always a swimmer, and I look at it from the perspective of every camper has something to do with the water, and who doesn't love to do a waterfront activity? And it's great, it connects everyone, and as a waterfront director I got to see every single child and know every single child at camp. I just love to swim. Just love to swim, love the water, and love to go boating. I saw a posting. Camping has always been my passion. I came from a position as an aquatics director and really wanted to be in camp because camp just does something special for children, but also for families. It really connects kids to nature. It really helps them build their character, build their confidence and their skills, and most importantly helps them build memories that will last for lifelong. And when I look back on camp, I look back of having the memories of working at camp, but also going to camp that you'll never forget. And it's just so important that as many kids as possible get a camping experience. In Wawa, there was an open position. I was looking to be closer to my family outside the Philadelphia area, and I liked the nature that it was a small camp, and that I would have the availability to know every single child in camp. Which not every camp can say. There are a lot of camps out there that are 200 plus kids, and there's no way you can know every single camper. That was what really attracted me to Walla. We're glad that we have this partnership, and we're really glad to continue camp, and we just want it to work, and we want it to be the best that we can be, and we just want to keep growing and growing and growing. And if there's anything that I can do at any point, please don't hesitate to contact me at any time. I'm here for the campers, the parents, for everyone, for the whole community. Just connecting with a really good counselor, having a counselor that was there for me when I needed him, and just taking the extra time to listen and to empower me. And that, I think, is the most important thing that a role model, as we could say, can do for a child. Thank you. Just really connecting kids with camp, and having a kid grow from growing through the ranks, so to speak. And I've actually had the opportunity now that I've had a camper go from camper to CIT to junior counselor to senior counselor to assistant waterfront director. And that is a great feeling. That just makes makes me have chills down my spine, that just seeing the kids grow through the years and having them connected to camp is just a great feeling. And that you have the opportunity to celebrate the successes of those campers, and not only from the camper perspective, but also the staff, seeing the staff grow and seeing them come back. And it's great to see staff grow in a very short period of time. I think traditional camp gets the most, kids get the most out of traditional camp, because of the fact that they see the traditions, they grow as a family, they grow as a group, and they learn skills that will truly last a lifetime and build the character. Traditional camps cater to a different type of child than a child going to a specialty camp, like a sailing camp or what have you. But seeing both, working in both avenues, traditional camp really builds children up and really makes them changed when they go home, to the better. And traditional camp is really important for the growth of everyone. And having the history of being a historic camp and keeping some of those traditions, but on the same same side, bringing some new traditions in the future of other things that I've experienced, and some of the folks that I've worked with have experienced, that have come with us to Camp to Walla. Really hoping to have the best of both worlds. I've taught boating. I actually worked at the largest YMCA camp in the nation for a while, Camp Seafair, which is pretty much a boating and sailing camp. So I've taught sailing and canoeing and kayaking and all those type of things, and I'm an instructor for those things also. Well, there's some research out there that actually suggests and recommends that, I wouldn't say recommend, but suggests that 2-week sessions build more skills for children and build them up a little bit more, give them more chances to develop longer friendships, and really develop better confidence. And the reason for that is because if you think of it in a 1-week session, you only get a few days of actually experiencing an activity or experiencing with your cabin, because you've got one day that you check in and then another day that you're doing safety, and before you know it, the kiddos are going home. And with a 2-week session, it gives them such more of an opportunity to really develop themselves more and really grow. Right now, we just got finished our last open house. I'm extremely excited of the summer. I feel very supported. I think our summer is going to be, there's just no other way, but awesome. I have a great feeling for it, and it's going to take off. I really feel it's going to take off, and we started kind of late this year into getting things running. March is not always easy to start in March when summers, but we've gotten things done, and I think we're just going to grow. We're really going to grow. Our goal is really to grow this camp and to have a great relationship for years and years and years to come. And by doing that, we have to have a quality product that we really get the best out of for every child. They get the best experience, and that is my staff's goal is to have the best experience for every single child, to really develop them as a child. The staff is coming. We have a good number of returning staff, and we have some new staff. We have some staff from around the globe. I've also brought some staff with me from some of the other camps that I've worked at, which is a luxury to be able to do that. We have Rhett Amos, who worked with me at YMCA Camp Abenaki. He is our property director now. He comes with 15 years of YMCA camp experience, including about 8 years as an assistant camp director before he went to property management. He also used to build ropes courses for a living, which is a great skill because that's something we want to develop here at Wawa. And then Doris Summerlin came just arrived the other day. She's from North Carolina. She is our cook and our food service director, and we work together at YMCA Camp Harrison down in Charlotte. And she is the lady does not make anything prefabricated. Everything is made from scratch. And she came with her daughter Sharon, who will be helping her, and also both of them helping around camp. We were excited to be at camp again and also be more involved in camp, because in the past they were only viewed as the kitchen ladies, and they want to be viewed as people just helping at camp, just working at camp too. Just their main area is the kitchen. They just want to help in other areas and be involved in campfire and such, and they're just two sweethearts, so two Southern mamas basically, as they say. I actually really like to dance. I really like to dance. I'm a little crazy when it comes to dance.
Any specific kind of music?
No, I'll be a little crazy at some of the our dance nights. So we'll have to save that for another interview. I guess.
Will we get video on that?
There'll be some video on that later, I guess. You'll see the camp director. Some posts on there at some point, I'm sure, on our blog about pictures of Josh doing the Macarena or something, or the electric slide. I'm looking forward to having a great summer and really just connecting, being able to connect with kids and families and provide a great experience, and helping our camp grow and helping our growth.